And this is not an Us Nugget. Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to BnB Anime. I am Monch. That's Bradford.
Hi. I'm sick. Blues had a day. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling Brad that this has been the longest day of my life. I did explain some things to Brad earlier, but other things that happened today that made it the longest day of my life are the fact that it's gone cold again. We had a second of spring, and it has gone again, and now it is cold. And because of that, nobody likes to go outside, because Canadians are fine with cold until you give us a little bit of warmth, and then we forget about the cold, and then when it happens again, we go, no thank you, and stay inside. So we had like half of the customers that we normally have today. It's currently like 9 p.m. My brain doesn't work anymore. I'm covered in milk. I smell like espresso. I need to shower quite badly. I burnt my finger today too. It's been a day.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us, though. But I mean, hey, on the bright side, you got to watch an anime about cute girls doing cute things.
I did a surprise anime watching because you had you stood yourself up on Valentine's.
I did stand myself up on Valentine's Day because, again, as previously stated, your boy sick because apparently I have turned into the immune system of a fucking infant. So here I am once again, song reference definitely intended. And also, instead of going to cover that other store for 1 week, I got to cover it for 2 weeks now. So yeah, surprise. We're pre-recording / backlogging. Just
Yeah, so we're not recording this one on the day of upload as we usually do because we're bad and leave it to the last minute. But we're also not exactly recording it early considering that we have to record another episode tomorrow. So, and that's on me. Well, it's on me and it's on the people that were trying to fix the boilers in my building that stopped fixing those building boilers things at like 9 p.m. yesterday. Because noise, pipes, brown water.
ew.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, Stomach-chan is making themselves known right now. If you hear it, let's just ignore it and move forward. I just ate my dinner.
Stomach-chan is a always welcome guest on this podcast. So no, it's fine.
I had hiccups today at work and everyone was laughing at me because I was on cash.
I mean, can I take your order?
Exactly. Yeah, that was it. He was like, toasted almond latte? Okay.
Extra espresso.
Yeah. Milk.
Milk.
Yes, milk.
There's not a theater within 3 hours of me that's showing it now, and I'm upset.
So rude.
Assholes.
Yeah. I like
Oh,
how you
it's
say
fine.
aren't in 2 syllables.
Aren't?
Aren't.
Are not?
Aunt.
Aren't?
Aunt.
Aren't.
Aunt.
Are not.
What's the difference between are not and the person who is your parents' female sibling? Nothing.
Aunt?
Aunt.
Aunt?
Aunt and aunt.
Aren't.
Aunt and aunt.
There's quite clearly an R there.
No.
Aren't? Aunt.
Aunt.
Why do I feel like you're giving me shit about how I pronounce room all over again?
Room. Okay, no, but what's a mummy buried in? Not a coffin, the other one.
A casket?
No, because with a T.
A tomb?
Tomb. Yeah, so you say that. Why do you say room weird then?
That's literally just how I was taught to pronounce room.
You're weird.
And I'm stuck with it.
Weird.
Look, I don't ask questions. All I know is that I am 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not changing how I pronounce room to cater to the masses of room. Fuck that. It's room.
Womb?
Get off my ass.
Womb or womb?
Womb.
Kind of halfway between.
Woomba.
What about a loom?
Are you talking about like illuminate?
No, like a sewing thing.
A loom?
A loom.
Yeah, loom. Loom.
So it's just rum.
Yeah, room.
Odd. It's just the one word. Does it rhyme
Literally
with anything?
just the one word. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't ask my upbringing. My upbringing has led to nothing but, trauma. It's fine.
Aw.
Oh, that's too dark. That's getting cut.
Nah, leave it. Because you're going to take the boys and go get a mani-pedi and have a massage, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is the conversation that we had yesterday that I totally didn't blank on.
No, I also texted a screenshot of that to Jen. Because I texted the screenshot of the bit where we were insulting each other. Well, we were telling each other, what was it? Where is it?
Like how we were just like moderately like trying to
inconvenience
peeve each other.
Yeah, because like, if we're not siblings, then I don't know what we are. Because I'm gonna have to read this out loud. I'm gonna try and find this section of our conversation. I was just saying that your phone thinks you've had a stroke. You sent me food pictures. Yeah. So I said, oh, you sent me food pictures, and so I say I'm hungry. And then you say, well, you're going to steal my snacks. And then I said that that's pure evil. So then you said, I'm on your villain arc right now, which you were saying earlier. Villain arc, I'm on my hero arc. We didn't record that bit. Basically, I broke a plate by breathing on it. And then I said, I'll cut all of your lumber to an 89-degree angle. And you said, and I'll steam water rather than milk. Or milk.
Which is another thing that we didn't discuss on here due to videos sent back and forth between Blue and I over just bullshit.
Yeah, because he keeps trying to send me latte videos of the most random shit, and then he sent me a hot chocolate video. But get this, it was like a fancy barista espresso machine cafe hot chocolate made with water, and I was like, what? What? A hot chocolate made with the water, and he's like, this one's better, this one won't piss you off. And I'm like, excuse you, Tim Hortons makes their coffee with water. What, their coffee with water? Bloody well. So the hot chocolates
made with water.
I'm killing him. They make the hot chocolates with water, and I'm like, if you are using thousands of dollars worth of espresso machine to make a hot chocolate, you bloody well better be using milk for it. Milk. Anyway, so then I said, I'll wear down all of your screw heads, and then Brad says, joke's on you, I don't screw anything anyways.
Wait.
So then I said, happy Valentine's. But anyway, that's what I sent to Jen. Because I was like, if we're not siblings, then I don't know what we are.
Oh, and I'm still so humored by that. It was like literally immediately after I hit send, I was like, wait. Like, hold up. And I was like, no, it's accurate.
Hence the happy Valentine's. So I said that he needs to take the boys to go cheer himself up and go get a mani-pedi. Speaking of which, at home, folks listening, or if you're not at home, wherever you are, what do you do for your little like self-care, relaxation, chill out routine? Because I tend to do a lot of arts and crafts. And funnily enough, what we're covering this week is all about doing arts and crafts, sort of, with drills and wood planks and things of the sort.
And a whole lot of, getting hurt in the process.
Yeah, and also sea glass, which I've been making sea glass pendants, and I didn't even know that was a thing in this, and then it was, and I was like, I'm doing that whilst watching this, and then it appears on the screen. How weird.
I did that on purpose.
You did?
Actually, I didn't.
No. Oh. Well, coinky dink then.
Right?
Yeah, but before we get into that, let's talk about some background.
I'll try to get through it without dying first. Never mind, I'm dying first.
Oh, okay. Don't make a mess.
But we're good. No promises. I'm a big man. So, Do It Yourself is an anime original with manga being made after the fact.
Ooh, backwards.
The manga began publication on the date that the anime aired, or actually technically the day before the anime aired on October 5th of 2022, with the anime airing on October 6th of 2022. The manga is running presently, and the anime stopped airing December 22nd of 2022 for a total of 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Studio that made it was Pine Jam, who has done stuff like Gamers, which we were going to cover, but then didn't.
Yeah.
Because that one kept getting pushed off for, God, I can't even remember why.
Yep. I'm trying to think if I've seen anything from this studio, but I don't think I have. I think this is the first thing I've seen from this studio.
Which, I mean, the art style in this is completely different from Gamers.
Yeah, the art style in this is very interesting. It's like minimalism, almost like a rough drawing in a lot of the time, but it's then in other areas really, really detailed. And it's clear that it's intentional. It's just really, I don't know, it's interesting. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay. E. And go. So the drop rating is actually quite high. And I can understand actually why. So it's a 13.51, and I consider the drop rating to be pretty high because of the fact that it is very niche. I think it's definitely a comfy slice of life that you can chuck on in the background. It's not bingeable, but it's a very easy thing to watch. There's no real plot line, so you can go away and do things and then look up and still understand what's going on, even if you're watching the subs. So yeah, the drop rate, it's a niche thing. And also the art style is a little difficult to get used to right in the beginning. So I can see people that watch like are halfway through the first episode and can't get over the art style and then aren't super into it. If you give the anime a little bit of time, that art style becomes part of the charm for it. But first impressions, it's not like what we're used to seeing out of anime right now.
But if you are used to seeing like very like heavily saturated animation, this might be a breath of fresh air if you're looking for something new.
Yeah, agreed. So on My Anime List, they scored a 7.49 out of 10, and on Anime Planet, it is a 3.76 out of 5 or a 7.52 out of 10, giving an average of about 7.51 out of 10, which is why I think that the drop rating is specifically quite high, because a 7.5 is a very good score, especially for something as niche as this. So the fact that it has a drop rate of 13.5 makes me think that either that's going to change after a little while, although it's been a couple months now, so I don't think so, yeah, just that people didn't quite give it enough of a chance as I think they should have, or they're just not into a slice of life kind of thing. It's very slow, very casual, very like backgroundy, kind of gentle, in the same kind of vein as Laid Back Camp, but I would argue Laid Back Camp has even more of a plotline than this. This feels even more toned down from Laid Back Camp.
So, funnily enough, for me.
Yeah.
And this is going to spoil, I guess, kind of ratings at the end. But for me, personally, I can put this on somewhat equal standing with Laid Back Camp in a lot of ways. But we can get more into that later. With you bringing up Laid Back Camp, I was actually going to, say, did this kind of help, like, fill your Laid Back Camp vibes?
Yeah, for sure.
In the interim missing times?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's very comfy. It's very Okay, one thing that we haven't spoken about that I was not expecting was the futuristic element to this show. And I think that that's something that if you don't give the first episode full purchase, you won't ever explore that, because it takes a little while for it to click that we're not in our current world. But it's not that far ahead in the future that it's like bizarre. It's just like maybe 10 years in the future, 20 years, with how technology is developing, like near future with the level of technological development we're having.
That's what I was going to say. Like, give it another decade, and I guarantee you we'll be there.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, there's one brief scene in this show where there's somebody riding an electric unicycle. I see that in the city here. So it looks really space age in this like version, but like I see it like people riding electric unicycles just down the road anyways. So it's right alongside with where we're at. It's just like a hop, skip, and a jump ahead of where we are right now. So I don't think, if you don't fully watch that first episode, or you don't like fully invest yourself into the anime and properly give it a watch, you'll probably never really clock that it's actually set in the future. And I think that actually really impacts the story quite heavily, because this gets into our general background of the show before we get into more detailed plot lines. But this show is centered around a young group of girls. I think they're in middle school? High school?
They're in high school.
Okay. Because it went back. I thought they were in high school originally, and then it went back in that episode about the clip of like, in the end of elementary school, you told me not to take care of you anymore. That bit, but it confused me. Anyway, so high school. And they're in two sister schools that are in a neighboring courtyard. And they have a little garden shed there, and they are putting things together and making crafts. They're basically doing shop or home ec or whatever it is that you had it labeled as in your school, building bookshelves and making necklaces with drilling holes through sea glass, building, like, I don't know, signs and finding lumber and making things. And it's and part of the story is them doing these kinds of things in a world where they really don't have to, because they're in that little bit further ahead in the future. And I think that gives this whole show a really charming element to it, which I don't think you would fully be able to explore further if you don't give this show a proper chance. So my recommendation is, if you want to watch this show, I can't really spoil much to it because it's a slice of life, but if you want to watch this show, I would recommend that you give yourself time to watch it, at least 3 episodes, and before you decide that it's not your cup of tea. And I would maybe space them out. You know, if the first episode wasn't amazing for you, have a cup of coffee or something, take a little bit of a break, come back to it, watch another episode, and do it with some arts and crafts. Like, while you're doing it, like, draw a picture or something at the same time, because it very much inspires me, at least, to do more with my hands, and I very much enjoyed watching this show. So if you're one of those people that's considering dropping it, give it another go, watch a bit more, see how you feel after that, because I think it's a slow burner. You need that time to settle into it. It was my point.
I can 100% agree on that as well. It is slow, but I mean, from the get-go, it hooked me with its very simplistic concept, but also, again, cute girls doing cute things, and it's adorable.
Yeah. And we got a lot of interesting characters as well. Our main character is a clumsy, sleepy, but secretly very intelligent, charming young woman who is clearly, she's a real character, and I enjoy Yua Serafu a lot. Or so basically, oh no, I shouldn't give that away. Spoiler chicken hats, and then we'll get into it.
I did go in and add a spoiler chicken hat last week, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah, we definitely forgot. But even though I went in and put a spoiler chicken hat beforehand, I was even like, hey, if you make it to the very end of that, whenever we realize it, you'll get a special bit of us being like, oh shit.
Yeah. This week.
So I left all of that in
Okay,
too.
fun. But yeah, this week we remembered. Spoiler chicken hat's on now, officially. Not that there's really much to
Yeah.
spoil for a slice of life.
There's really
No.
not.
But yeah, you're a Serafu or yourself.
Which clever.
Right?
Such a trope, but clever. It was adorable.
That was a very cute moment. Yeah, I'm trying to think where we start. I guess we could start...
Clumsy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Said just clumsy.
Yeah, just clumsy.
Argues with pudding.
Yeah.
Goes to school. Clumsy. Joins club. Clumsy.
Yeah. Crashes into poles.
All 12 episodes. Clumsy.
Covered in plasters. Yeah.
Covered in mud.
Yeah. Hair's a mess. Shirt's untucked.
Apron's got holes in it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's great.
And that's the episode.
And that's her.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, could you imagine building a treehouse in home ec?
I mean, I'm here for
I
it.
love that, but like also health and safety. Oh, speaking of which, health and safety throughout the whole show just doesn't exist.
Who gives a shit about OSHA? It's a high school club.
I think
And their club's
I think of,
like their club advisors, the school nurse.
Yeah,
fuck it.
I think of all clubs though, this is the one where they give the most shits. Like PPE, guys, get yourself some PPE.
I love to skip PE. It's my least favorite class. That's why I'm fat.
Personal protective equipment, not physical education.
just the way you said that. Personal protective equipment, not physical education.
No.
just the way you said that.
My guy, come on. It's PPE, not PE. Get with it.
Come on.
Come on.
PPE, not PPE, not PE.
Come
Yeah.
on. Ugh, Brad.
Oh
my god, Brad. It's PPE, not PE.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
Becky, when you get back here?
Those non-steel toe shoes are like solar season.
How the hell was the wear? Not steel toe.
Steel toe. No steel toe.
What the hell?
What the hell? Brad.
Have you seen my drill bats?
Your drawbats, they're hanging on the shelf that I built.
Oh, you're so cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back here dying. What the hell?
Sound effects.
I can do that too.
I am futuristic robot from show. Hello, human. Greetings, fellow robotic item. Thank you for making my acquaintance. Now we shall take over the human world.
Yeah, I have my toolkit right next to me.
What does this podcast become? We went from talking about anime for hours to where now most of it's just bullshit banter, and I'm here for all of it.
Yeah, is Bants with a sprinkle that really huh?
You were saying?
I wasn't expecting that. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, it's like Bants with a sprinkle of anime. Bantame.
Sure.
Like a pantomime, but a bantame.
Uh-huh.
A pantomime.
Yeah.
Shut up. Hell, Brad. Hell.
Pudding.
Whoa. Puddin is his best friend of your Serafu who lives across the way in the house directly next door. She has a mom that goes away for a long period of time. And so she's upset about a bench. Also, she wants to go to the same school as Yu Serafu, but Yu Serafu fell asleep, so they don't go to the same school anymore, and now she's sad. But just kidding, because Yu Serafu joins the DIY club. But then Pudding is like, oh, I need to focus on my studies. I'm not going to be friends with you anymore, except I'm still going to have to take responsibility for you. But I don't want to be friends. But also, here's some sea glass. But also, I don't want to be friends. But also, let me help out with your design. But also, I'm mad at you. But also, let's be besties.
Teenagers and their emotions, man.
You think that ends at teenagers? That's just all females.
You said it, not me.
It's them females with them emotions acting like real crazy people.
Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah. Could you imagine females? Yeah.
Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah, females.
Excuse me. Over there. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. You have emotions?
Ew.
You cry sometimes? Ew.
What
What the
hell
hell?
is that? What the hell's crying?
What the hell
Ew.
is crying? We don't do that. We have our tear ducts surgically removed because, yeah.
Did you hear my voice crack whenever I tried to say ow?
I did.
I tried to go ow and it just I laugh and I sound like a fucking squeak toy. I woke up this morning and I was like, what the fuck is making that noise? And then I breathed out. I was like, oh, it's me.
Okay. I got the giggles now. So then we have Juliet, Queen Elizabeth, the something in Roman numerals that I can't be bothered to read.
The 8th?
Sure. Who is American?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Juliet, Queen Elizabeth VIII, being naturally an American, has flown over to Japan to become part of the really fancy school that Pudding goes to. But just kidding, she enrolled in the wrong school because she's not the best at kanji, which, same. And so they then, she then joins the DIY club and is roomies with Pudding because she needs a place to stay, and she can't stay in the dorms because there's no dorms at the DIY school.
And she just didn't want to stay in a hotel because she's lonely.
Yeah, that too. All by myself.
Stop, you're hurting me.
Oops.
Oh, it's too soon. I'm still sick.
I'm sorry.
No, it's hilarious. It's
I have a tummy ache.
Too much laughter. My face
My
hurts.
face is too. I don't think my teeth have seen my lip in a while. I had hiccups with customers today. I'm gonna get hiccups. Don't wah me.
Sorry, I had to find that on my soundboard. I was too busy running back and forth.
Where are you running? Sit down.
You're right, I can't run. I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm a sick child.
No, go to bed. Better. So then we have team leader of the cafe. I'm still at work. Of the DIY shed. Yusaku Rei, who is third, upper year.
Third,
sure. Also the last standing member of the club. Oh no, she needs more members or else the club's gonna die. Wow, we've never heard this plotline before.
Wasn't that like the whole point of Mob Psycho?
Yeah.
Was that one alien club needed another person?
Yeah. They also call out how much of a plot this is within a plot of the fact that it's always done this way, because inside of this anime there is another anime called Sunflower Girls, and in that anime they have a gardening club that's dying because they don't have enough members and they need more members, so they recruit them. And then that's how they follow what to do in this anime is by following the made-up anime inside of this anime. So
big brain.
Hiccup.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. So then we have Catgirl.
Yes.
Kokoro.
Because this game, game. This show has to have my brain died, every typecast possible.
Yes. So we have best friend who doesn't want to be best friend because she's mad at you, so she's going to pretend like she's not your friend, but it actually really wants cuddles. Then we have clumsy main character who's lovable and adorable but crashes into things. Then we have I am a royal, but also American, but also foreign exchange student, but also younger than everyone because I'm a genius. Then we have I'm a cat. Then we have I'm the one sensible person who actually has my shit together and knows what I'm doing, because otherwise nothing would function in this storyline. Then we also have Hikage, who is the I'm cute, shy, and lovely and sweet. Everyone wants to squeeze my cheeks. I like making pretty things. Then we have Sensei, who watches over them and is secretly also a member of the club, or was so when they were younger, but hides that fact until later on in the anime. Surprise! I'm your senpai.
Surprise!
And that's the show. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
But we didn't even talk about the crafts. Actually, we did talk about the treehouse.
We didn't talk about the squid octopus, the squoctopus. Jellyfish. That's what it is.
And the happy dance?
Happy dance. Happy dance.
He just wanted a software update, and instead he got a happy dance.
Yeah, I want a software update too.
Same. Maybe one of these days they'll patch out COVID.
I am fairly certain I need a reboot.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
I mean...
You're being a fucking squeak toy again. God, what does this show become?
Also, he has a pet pig, and I want a pet pig, and I don't care if it gets really big. I still want a pet pig, but I have nowhere to take care of the pet pig. I would absolutely have a pet pig if I had like a garden.
And also how they kept having pork around the pet pig.
I wouldn't do that, but not because I don't like pork, because I'm a vegetarian.
Same thing.
I love pork.
No, you don't. You're vegetarian.
I still love it. I just choose not to eat it. But bacon, my God. We have this bacon breakfast sandwich at work, and ooh, the smell.
Oh my God.
Bacon. Oh my God. It's like so fucking good. And I look at it sometimes and I'm like, why am I vegetarian? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I've been this way for like several years now and I'm too fucking stubborn to stop.
But have you ever thought that you could become too stubborn to not give in? Or too stubborn to give in? Question mark?
I'm just vegetarian to spite myself at this point.
But have you ever thought to be spiteful to unspite yourself?
No, because I have potatoes, and that's good enough.
I mean, that's valid.
Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Ah, you mean witchcraft.
Yes, I do. Also, garlic.
I mean, garlic is pretty great.
Garlic is great.
Keeps out vampires.
Keeps out boys who want to come up and kiss you as well. On a date with someone you don't like, get the garlic.
Just lean in and whisper to your waiter or whoever, bring the extra garlic.
Garlic, please.
All of it, every bit of it that you have in your kitchen, bring forth to me at this very moment.
Yes.
And I will make sure that you are tipped like a god. I don't know why I've chosen to go with this voice for this particular bit, but you know what? We are here now, and we shall deal with it.
Yes, we are here now. This is the voice that we shall be speaking with for the rest of said podcast. Thank you very much for listening to us on this late night episode of BnB Anime with your hosts, Bradula and Blue Delou.
Yes, thank you. I am Bradula Bartholomew himself. And this is the podcast where we do absolutely nothing but talk very slowly about absolutely nothing.
Up next, the weather. with Serafina.
It's cold.
I think we need to go to bed.
I'm fine. I am okay.
Are you?
Maybe.
You sure about that?
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tickled, that's all.
I think you're exploding internally.
Slightly. Maybe my lungs are.
Yeah. What else do we have to say about the anime?
7.5 rating is perfectly accurate.
I agree with that. The opening is something in Japanese by DIY. The ending is something in Japanese by Serufu and Purin. That was...
And they both fit the show. They're good.
Valuable information that I just gave you guys. I bet you're really happy for that.
I love it.
Yeah, in general, the show's very comfy, easy to watch, and I honestly, like, we could go through it episode by episode, but I don't think it would be super valuable to an actual discussion about it. That would just be, like, retelling the story that's already there. It's, like, just cute and comfy, and you won't really learn anything about doing DIY, unlike with Laid Back Camp. I feel like you learn quite a bit about camping, but with this, they don't teach you any health and safety whatsoever, so please don't take... I mean, there are some things they do that make sense, but, like, wear gloves.
Oh my god, what's PPE?
Please put safety goggles on and gloves and, like, at least at the minimum, masks and shit as well.
I mean, even if you're not going to wear gloves, wear fucking safety glasses.
Yeah, be in a well-ventilated room as well. That's one thing.
Or just wear a respirator.
Yeah, dust, especially, like, glass dust and stuff, is very dangerous. Take it seriously. Thanks.
And this has been our TED Talk.
That has...
Now over to Blue for traffic.
And here on the 405, there's been a big accident because a giant cookie has fallen into the road off of the top of a cookie shop.
Munch.
We had a thing with our cookies. I don't know if I can say this. I'll have to be ambiguous.
Yes, I'm listening.
Delivery happened with certain edible snacky treats inside that were labeled as one thing.
Edible or edibles?
They were labeled as one thing. Upon inspection of further things, they were not the things they were labeled as, and did in fact have allergens inside them.
Shock.
So all of those delicious, yummy, snacky things had to be taken off of the shelves. So as workers, we did our due diligence and inspected those very thoroughly with our taste buds.
Did you decide to work for the M&M company and eat all the W's?
I would eat all the W's at the M&M company.
Sounds about right.
Peanut or non-peanut. Even if they're not sexy anymore.
Were peanuts ever sexy to begin with?
Have you heard about this whole thing?
The only thing I knew is that apparently people were sexualizing the green M&M, and that's about as much as I know.
Green M&M is no longer sexy, and one of the other female M&Ms is obese, apparently. Not a peanut M&M, obese.
I am very confused.
So people were getting mad over the fact that there was a fat M&M, just forgetting the fact that it's just a peanut M&M, but it wasn't the yellow M&M that was a peanut M&M. It was a different color, and therefore it must be they're obese.
So people have been getting upset over the green M&M no longer being sexy, and yet you have John Cena running around in a skirt, high heels, and clown makeup.
John Cena looked fantastic in those heels.
He did look fantastic. Did you see the photo that I'm talking about?
I did.
With the high heels and the skirt and the clown makeup?
Those calves, stunning.
Solid.
Mm.
Wait, Who are we kidding? You can't see him.
No. Did you just... Are you dead?
I'm good.
Okay. I just heard an explosion of, like, face, and I was like...
No, that
A
was
face.
that was like a slight cackle, but also a cough.
A cockle.
And this is... I can't even continue with the bit.
This has been your usually scheduled program.
I was going to say, and this is BnB After Dark. Just kidding. Children shouldn't even be here to begin with. I have it age restricted.
Yes. I age restricted everyone above the age of 75 because they're the only people who are demented enough to listen to this. We need to go to bed.
Well, it's not bedtime.
It is for
It's
me.
only 9:47.
Yeah, bedtime.
Oh, I forgot. Old woman who has to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Hey, that's not an old woman thing. That's a barista thing. Okay?
Oh yeah, I forget. You're younger than me.
That's physically.
I don't know. Do you want to live with my back and my knee?
Do you want to live with my arm and my wrist and my hip and my back and my... We're fucked.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And thank you very much for listening to this insane show. Next week will be just as insane, I expect, because we're recording it tomorrow. We are recording More Than a Married Couple, but not lovers.
So you're going to be insane because you're going to cringe.
Yeah, I'm insane anyways, so cringing won't really do much difference.
Have you started it at all?
I have not, because I like to torture myself.
Good luck.
Yeah,
You're
thanks.
Gonna...
Yeah. I hope you guys all have a wonderful time doing whatever it is you're doing. I don't normally say that, but I felt like it today. And let us know what you do yourself. No, not those things. That's disgusting. Get your mind out of the gutter. The arts and crafts that you do. Thanks very much.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Socials! Quick! BnB Anime. We're BnB Anime and everything. Brad Cut to Gaming for Brad. He has a new Instagram. Go follow it. I'm Blue Lavender STM. Bye.